What if your entire home could feel like a slow exhale? In a world filled with screens, notifications, and noise, 2025 interior design is taking a deep breath, and it's speaking in calm, earthy tones. This year, color trends are all about softness, stillness, and connection to nature. Forget flashy accents or bold color blocking. Instead, think of a palette inspired by soil, sand, clay, stone, and warm wood. This isn't just a passing fad. It's a movement toward interiors that feel grounded and emotionally steady. Did you know that 70% of homeowners feel their space doesn't reflect their style? Don't be part of that statistic. Subscribe and start designing a home that truly feels yours. The leading voice in this trend, Zara Home. Their 2025 collections lean into this muted language, pairing neutral tones with rich textures and sculptural minimalism. You'll see it in their washed linen bedding, handmade ceramic pieces, and quiet, almost poetic styling. But this shift isn't only about aesthetics. It's about how color affects your space and your state of mind. These tones offer more than beauty. They offer calm. And then there's Japandi, the love child of Japanese minimalism and Scandinavian coziness. Japandi doesn't chase trends. It creates harmony. It strips back what's unnecessary, leaving behind only the meaningful. And in 2025, that meaning is found in earthy neutrals: taupe, beige, warm beige, soft terracotta. These colors don't shout. They whisper comfort. They anchor a room without overwhelming it. Why now? Because people want homes that feel like sanctuaries. After years of unpredictability, we crave softness. We're moving away from cold grays and stark whites toward palettes that feel human, humble, and handmade. Earthy neutrals bring warmth without chaos. They offer the clean look of minimalism with the heart of a lived-in home. A beautiful home is not a dream, it's an art, and you're the artist. Subscribe and start creating spaces that speak to the soul. What if your home could be both a statement and a sanctuary? That's the quiet magic behind Japandi and Zara Home's design philosophies. At first glance, they might seem like different styles. One rooted in Japanese tradition, the other a modern European brand. But in reality, they're speaking the same language, one of calm, simplicity, and purpose. They both believe in design that does more with less. Not sterile minimalism, but soulful minimalism. And that idea is deeply shaping how we decorate in 2025. Japandi is all about balance. It merges the sleek, thoughtful lines of Japanese interiors with the cozy warmth of Scandinavian spaces. The result? Rooms that breathe. There's a sense of flow. Every object feels intentional, and nothing feels cluttered. You'll notice low furniture, light woods, soft lighting, and an open layout that lets air and energy move freely. Natural elements like bamboo, linen, and wool aren't just materials, they're mood setters. Zara Home taps into this with their latest collections. They've embraced imperfections, leaning into raw textures and organic shapes, ceramics that aren't perfectly smooth, wood that still shows its grain, linen that wrinkles naturally. It's a shift away from the glossy showroom look. Instead, it's about interiors that feel lived in, grounded, and emotionally warm. Transform your home. Transform your life. Subscribe now and let's create spaces you'll love forever. Together, these two design forces create a feeling of quiet luxury. They teach us that true comfort isn't about filling space, but about honoring it. A single bench made of pale oak, a clay vase with branches, a soft beige throw folded just so. These details create a kind of stillness, a visual pause. In a busy world, that kind of design feels like a deep breath. And that breath? It's the foundation of the cozy, modern, minimalist home. Ever walked into a room and instantly felt calm, without knowing exactly why? Chances are, it had something to do with the colors. Earthy neutrals have a quiet way of transforming a space, not through boldness, but through balance. And in 2025, applying these tones in a Japandi-inspired way is all about intention. It's not just about choosing beige over black. It's about layering, mixing materials, and letting light do its work. Start with the walls. Warm tones like soft clay, sandy beige, or even a muted olive set the stage. These aren't flat colors. They shift with the sunlight, giving depth and movement. For an even cozier feel, try lime wash or matte finishes. They soften sharp edges and make rooms feel grounded. In smaller spaces, go lighter. Stone and off-white can open things up. In larger rooms, richer tones like caramel or muted terracotta bring warmth without weighing it down. When it comes to furniture, stay close to nature. Light oak, ash, or walnut are perfect for anchoring the room. Keep silhouettes low and simple. Instead of big, bulky sofas, choose sleek, cushioned seating in oatmeal or flax fabrics. Zara Home offers plenty of pieces in these tones, textured poofs, woven chairs, and pale wood tables that all echo this aesthetic. Now, the details. Use neutrals to layer, not to flatten. A linen curtain in soft cream, a rough textured throw pillow in warm taupe, a clay lamp with a soft glow. These elements work together to create subtle contrast. And always consider flow. These tones should guide your eyes gently across the room, not demand attention. What if your home could do more than just look beautiful? What if it could actually make you feel calmer and more centered every time you walk in? That's the real power of earthy neutrals and the cozy Japandi style. These colors and textures don't just decorate a space, they shape your mood and your emotions. In 2025, design isn't just about style, it's about emotional wellness. Cozy doesn't mean cluttered. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about creating a space that welcomes you with soft, natural colors and gentle textures that soothe the senses. Earthy neutrals like warm beige, soft clay, and muted greens create a quiet backdrop, one that helps your mind relax instead of racing. These tones mimic nature, and nature is where many of us find peace. Texture plays a huge role in this emotional design. Think of rough linen cushions, soft wool throws, or hand-thrown ceramics. These details invite touch and comfort, making the room feel alive, but not overwhelming. When combined with warm, natural lighting, these elements create an atmosphere that feels both fresh and familiar. Emotionally, these colors create a sense of safety and warmth. They help reduce stress and bring focus, which is why Japandi and Zara Home's palettes work so well for modern living. Whether you're winding down after a busy day or hosting friends, these tones help create a space that feels grounded and nurturing. In 2025, design isn't just skin deep. It's about creating emotional connections through color and texture. Earthy neutrals invite you to slow down, breathe, and feel truly at home. And that's a feeling worth investing in. Why are earthy neutrals and Japandi-inspired designs suddenly everywhere in 2025? What's driving this deep shift toward calm, natural tones, and simple, purposeful interiors? The answer lies in how the world around us is changing, and how our homes are evolving to keep up. We're living in a time when life feels fast, digital, and often overwhelming. More people are craving slower, more mindful living. This means less noise, less clutter, and more spaces that encourage rest and reflection. Earthy neutrals answer this call perfectly. Their warm, grounded hues reconnect us to nature, offering a visual and emotional break from screens and constant stimulation. Sustainability is also a huge factor. People want interiors that feel timeless and eco-friendly. Neutral colors fit naturally with organic materials like wood, stone, and linen, which Zara Home and Japandi styles celebrate. These aren't just trends. They reflect a growing demand for homes that respect the planet and age gracefully with time. Another driver is how work and life are blending. More homes double as offices and wellness spaces, so interiors need to support focus and calm. Earthy tones reduce visual stress and help create a balanced environment that feels both productive and peaceful.